I have to say, honestly, my favorite part of doing this show is the shit I see on the walk over here. Oh my God, there's always a guy stepping on glass and he wants me to give him $5 for it. There's a girl throwing up and a girl behind her telling her it's gonna be okay. Oh my God, man, downtown is wild. And people don't know that shit because I've lived here forever. You don't know, 10 years ago, if you told a girl, hey, I'm gonna take you downtown, she's gonna be like, babe, I don't think our money problems are that bad yet. I mean, I have a skirt, but I'm not ready to use it. You know? Oh my God, man. I've talked to maybe 5 prostitutes in 4 hours here. And the thing is, if they knew me, they would never talk to me. Okay. If I can get it, that means you must be giving it. What's your name? Hey, only businesses to lit, all right? Exactly. Look, do you have a layaway plan? Because I'm broke as shit. This shirt is a rental. Let me return it, and then we can talk. Okay? Where are you from? Washington. DC or the better one?
The better one.
What's your name?
Nicole.
Okay, and how long have you been together?
Forever, since we were kids.
Okay, well that makes it weird, but that's fine. Those are too many F's for this situation. You could have just said BF times 10, made it shorter. I got you. I'm Asian, I can make this an equation, no problem. What brings you guys to Vegas besides all the downtown sex and whatever you do?
That we are not. We are, sorry.
Oh, that makes it boring. I don't want to do this anymore. You're just friends?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for ruining my fantasies. Damn it. Oh man. Oh, are you guys here to find men or just to have fun?
Girls trip.
Girls trip? We know what that means. We know exactly what that means, Vegas.
Yes.
Hey, whenever's in Vegas, stays in her room. We know what happens.
Unless it gives you a scar.
Jeez, that's too. What? What's his name? We'll fucking find him now. Oh, okay. So she was driving. Okay.
I was already, there was no...
And you were totally sober, correct? Sure you were. Okay, so you were driving, and how did you get the scar on your head?
Because my truck used to have a 12 box in the back, and then they took it off, and I loaded it up with stuff, and I came to California out here, so I didn't know.
Great story.
Okay, I'm not the cops, so we have to explain this. We're not filing an incident report right now.
So I was going over to Summerlin to see my husband in the hospital 6
Okay.
in the morning.
I'm sorry, this sounds like such bullshit right now. So I was raining and we were going down the hill and then we were going to the hospital. I totally was not drunk at all. Okay, so you rolled it over. Where at least your car rolled over before you did. That's good. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just glad you're okay.
Oh yeah, me too.
And let me know who's your dealer because I need more energy right now. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. You know what, man? Every time, you see, this is why I'm careful talking to tourists because they're always drunk all the time.
I live here.
You live here? This is the problem with this city. Oh my God. When did you move here?
January 1st.
That's when shit started going wrong. Yeah, I noticed. The new year turned, trucks started flipping. I was like, she must be here. God damn it, man. I don't know about you guys, but I was raised in Vegas with horrible place to learn how to be a person. See, because I end up going on stage and people like you talk to me, and it just turns into this whole clusterfuck, right? Oh my God, being raised in Vegas absolutely ruins Vegas for you. Like I hate going to strip clubs and recognizing people from high school, especially when they're teachers. Oh. Next thing you know, you're drunk, your truck flips, it's a whole thing. Got a scar on your head, you don't have health insurance, so you just gotta smoke weed for it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm 27 with back problems, I get high. Colorado? Fuck yeah, right there. There's no money in this hand, I can't give you anything. No, so both of you are like weed users, right? Yeah. No?
I like wine. I can't legally.
You like wine? Don't make this boring.
That is it.
Oh my God. Oh my God! Look, okay, we know you get down. Don't move your wrist like this just to try to seem fancy. Okay, you were in that truck too. You guys were all in the same truck.
I just don't have any proof.
You know, she's your proof.
Oh, she has proof. I don't have proof. It cost you $45,000 to roll your check.
I feel like they've lied to me so much already.
There's a new law.
Oh my God! So many more laws have been in place since you've been here. I personally, man, I don't do wild shit like that, man. I keep it very basic. You know, like this weekend, me and my girl are gonna see a scary movie, right? But stop it, okay? I will put you in the car and crash again. Let's relax. Okay? So before I was drunkenly interrupted, me and my girlfriend do really basic shit, right? This weekend, we're gonna see a scary movie. But I'm broke as shit, so I never pay attention to the scary parts. I just get distracted by how nice the house is. Think about it. You've never seen a ghost haunt a one-bedroom apartment, ever. After every movie, my girl always asks me the same thing. She goes, so babe, if we were in that situation, what would you do? And I go, well, we definitely wouldn't qualify for that house. Don't worry about it. I mean, this ghost can't kill us unless it cosigns, honestly. But that's why, man, I smoke weed every now and then just to relax, you know, back problems. I roll trucks, you know what happens. And every time I'm starting to notice that we start having these weed stories on the news, and Vegas is thinking about having weed dispensaries in Walmart.
Colorado. We dispensary at Walmart.
This is why you need to be high right now so you can be quiet. Oh man, that's what I'm saying, man. Weed is good for all types of autism, and it's weird, man, because I saw a story on the news recently where they're thinking about having weed dispensaries in Walmart, and it's gonna be so weird buying weed from a Walmart associate and still on the clock, you know? How does that conversation work? Excuse me, miss, is this a sativa or an indica? No, honey, that's weed. Sativa works in electronics. Oh, man. I hate these people you meet that mix their weed with tobacco. Right? Like, why would you give your weed cancer? You either smoke weed or you smoke marijuana. No one wants to smoke marijuana 100s. Okay, nobody. If anything, it's just going to make it worse for you. You're just going to be there like, you know what? I was supposed to like quit something, but I don't remember. Oh man, that's a lung cancer joke. All right, guys. It's strange, man. Believe it or not, before stand-up comedy, I used to be a correctional officer in prison.
No.
Yes. I met plenty of you. And yeah, man, they're out already. They're fine. It's so weird, man, working in prison, you know? Like, because I used to smoke weed every morning before work, and it's not a good look when you walk into prison smelling like freedom. I'm just saying, man. Working in prison, people would always ask me the same thing. They go, Vince, what's the most dangerous guy you ever met in prison? And I go, well, that's easy. It was a giant white dude, covered in tattoos, has killed multiple people. His name is Officer Richardson. One question I always had for myself was if I ever caught two inmates making love in a cell, how would I stop them? Would I just yell out regular shit like, get on the ground? And they're like, good idea. I remember one of my coworkers walked up to me and he was like, hey man, here's what you do. You just walk in there and you pull them apart. I'm like, oh really? I'm wearing a leather belt with a baton and handcuffs. They're just gonna use me as a set shot. Hold him down. Get his cuffs. All right, now put them on me. Oh man, I don't have kids. Anybody have kids here? Huh? Oh Jesus Christ. How many?
How many?
Oh, it's like a secret number? Do the cops know yet?
What did you say, 15?
15? 11? I'm Mexican too, it's okay. Okay, so you have 11 kids. 7? Okay, you have 11 kids? What? I'm hearing a lot of numbers that I don't know what they mean.
She has 11, I'm never 7. I'm her daughter.
Okay, she has 11 and you're like the lucky one or something like that?
Yes.
That's true because she's been the most polite out of all of you. Yes. mother. Stop. Like, oh my God. I feel like this is definitely a Maury family, you know? Yeah, like this is the family you call the cops on for domestic noises. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 2 a.m., they won't stop, you got work tomorrow, you know how it works. Oh, man. I'm so glad I don't have kids, man. Because kids are just people you have to lie to constantly. Like she tells them she loves all of them. It's all lies. All the time. When I was 8, my dad told me I could be an astronaut. Last week he told me Ross was hiring. It's wild, man. I've had a lot of weird experiences living in this fucking city, you know? Like I remember the first time a prostitute hit on me. She walked up and she was like, hey, just to let you know, I'm not wearing any pants. And I was like, well, just to let you know, there's a Ross across the street. I work at 8 to 2, you can come through. My dad says they're hiring still. It's so weird, man. I used to, just traveling as a stand-up is very weird. I recently did a comedy gig in Salt Lake City, Utah. You guys familiar with that place, huh? Yeah, you guys escaped, you know. Oh my God, Salt Lake City is strange. Salt Lake City is just like Vegas, but without everything. So there I was in Temple Square, and they have all these beautiful Mormon girls who try to catfish you into being Mormon. But I masturbated, so I was good already, you know? One of them walks up, and she goes, hey, have you read about the Book of Mormon? And I go, no, but I've seen the play. And she got mad, she got pissed, okay? But I'm not gonna spend 2 years as a missionary for 20 minutes of missionary. That's not happening. Not in this house. That is one thing I like about comedy, man. I get to travel, you know. I like traveling different places and finding out what white people think I am. Like in Texas, everyone thinks I'm Mexican, right? Unless you're paying me, stop. Okay, I'm not gonna cosplay as Guamanian so you can get your turn-ons. Oh man, yeah, in Texas, everyone thinks I'm Mexican. In Utah, everyone thinks I'm Samoan. And in LA, everyone thinks I'm a waiter. And it's extremely rude. Just because I'm walking around with water, don't make assumptions. Oh man. I gotta admit, man, I used to live in Los Angeles, and it was cool living in LA. I lived in this Mexican neighborhood called Los Angeles. And it's strange, man. The Mexican neighborhoods are awesome. Man, any Mexicans in here, huh? Trump's not here, you can say something, it's fine. Okay, sure, close enough. Mexican neighborhoods are fun, because they're extremely festive. In 1 week, my neighbor had a baby shower, a quinceañera, and a wedding. And I was like, Jesus, that girl's growing up fast. Oh my God. I live next to one of those families that argue all the time, but they argued in Spanish, so I just thought they were playing music. Is this domestic violence or Despacito? I don't know. What number do I call? Oh man, I'm glad now, man. I'm in a happy relationship. You know what I mean? Give it up for happy relationships, people, huh? Yes! Happiness. Oh man. I love it, man, because I've dated some weird people, you know. I used to date a Jewish girl for tax purposes. It was a weird relationship. She would always have to explain to me all the Jewish holidays. Like, Vince, on Rosh Hashanah, we don't work. And on Hanukkah, we don't work. And I was like, you know what? I got some cousins that will make amazing Jews. Oh, man. I'm multiracial. I used to say mixed race, but multiracial just makes me sound healthier. I sound like a black man with extra fiber. I've had a lot of awkward conversations being mixed, man. Like last week, this dude walked up to me and he was like, hey, did you know you look like a homeless Bruno Mars?
Oh my God!
And I was like, wow, fuck you, Dad. That is not nice. Man. I gotta say, I'm in a happy place right now, man. I'm probably living the best life I've ever lived. And I have a lot of horrible jobs. The worst job I've ever had was being a security guard on the Las Vegas Strip. Because my entire job was just figuring out who's a street performer and who's just homeless. Tomato, homeless tomato, let me tell you. So there I am, right? And there was one guy. and his entire act was just holding up a sign that's read "fuck you" on it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I had to walk up to this dude and be like, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a permit for that?" And he goes, "No, but I've been telling people fuck you outside the Venetian for 2 years." And I got intimidated because I've never met a homeless guy with a residency before. Let alone credits, right? But I had to do my job, so I was like, "Look, man, you can't do that on the property, but you can do that across the street just fine." And he goes, "No, I can't." And I go, "Why?" And he goes, "Because that's the fuck Trump guy's spot." And I'm like, "Dude, out of curiosity, how much do you make a day off this?" And he goes, "At least $350.
Oh my.
And I was like, "Fuck you." And he was like, "Hey, find your own corner. You guys ready to start the show?" Yes! We have an amazing line for you. Your first performer coming to the stage is burlesque all over the nation. Put your hands together for the tripper stripper, Molly Boom Boom, everybody.
Hi, I'm Molly Boom Boom, and tonight I really want to do your daddy's jokes. How do you make a hanky dance? You put a little boogie in it. How do you make an octopus laugh? Tentacles. How do you organize an outer space party? You plan it. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Why did the old man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Don't worry, he's not real. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up on its own? Because it was too tired. How much do pirates pay for their piercings? A buccaneer. How do pirates know that they're pirates? They think, therefore they are. A pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel right in the center of his pants. The barkeep asks him, "Doesn't that bother you?" To which the pirate responds, "It's driving me nuts." Did you hear about the two peanuts walking by the stratosphere? One was assaulted. Did you hear about the kidnapping in school? Oh, don't worry, he woke up. Did you hear the rumor about butter? Well, I'm not going to spread it. What do you call a cow with 3 legs? Lean beef. Oh, I forgot. I have some jokes about retired people, but none of them work. I have a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. Oh, I've got one about a piece of paper, but it's terrible. All right, back to those cows. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. cow with 2 legs. Your mom. I love that joke. One more. What do you call a masturbating cow? Beef stroganoff. I'm in Molly Boom Boom. I love doing your daddy's jokes.
One more time for Molly Boom Boom, everybody. Yes, beautiful. Oh my God, man. But, I agree. Jesus, man. Let me just leave that in my car. All right, guys. I've been going through a weird problem lately. My engine light's been on, and big news. I own a car. Okay, and I have Asian. So spoiler alert. All right. Oh man, yeah. So I take the car to AutoZone. The guy looks at it, pulls the codes up on the computer, turns the screen towards me, and goes, "Hey man, honestly, I don't know nothing about cars." Mind you, while he's saying this, there's a sign behind him that goes, "Feel free to ask our experts anything." How did you get this job? What was the interview process like? Was the guy like, "So you want to join the team at AutoZone? Okay, tell us, what's your experience with cars?" And he was just like, "Hey man, honestly, I don't know anything about cars." And the dude was like, "You know what? We can teach you about cars. We can't teach you about honesty. Welcome to AutoZone." Oh my God, man. I have to say, one of the things I enjoy about Vegas is I get to see couples argue all the time. Oh yeah. Oh my God. The best couples argument I ever saw was in a Planned Parenthood. And mind you, this is a Planned Parenthood in Vegas, so it's packed. It's practically the DMV, okay? And there I am in the lobby, and this dude stands up and goes, "Stacy, I told you we should have came early." And the chick was like, "Mark, you coming early is why we're here." You guys ready for your next performer? Yes. This man tours all over the world. He's very hilarious. You've seen him on Comedy Central. Put your hands together for the great Ty Romero, everybody.
Give it up for the other performers, you guys. Yeah. My name is Ty. I am gay, but I'm over it. I am. Being gay isn't fun like it used to be. Being gay now is like being a ghost that doesn't scare people anymore. Yeah, and you still try every once in a while. You're like, "Boo!" And they're like, "I respect your rights." It's fucking exhausting right now, you know, because everybody wants me to be mad all the time, and I just don't care about a lot of stuff. It's not that I'm against people, I just don't care about a lot of stuff. And people get mad at you for not getting mad at the stuff they get mad at. You know, like there was a situation that happened in Denver, Colorado not too long ago, where, are you guys Denver? Yeah, a situation that happened in Denver, Colorado not too long ago, where a guy refused to make cakes for gay weddings. Yeah, so that happens, and afterwards my friends are mad about it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care about that. And they were like, they don't respect our rights, they don't treat us like human beings, and I was like, still don't care. Then they started to get mad at me, and I was like, you guys, I don't know a lot of fags that are fucking with carbs like that anyway. I mean, every gay man I know is on keto or paleo. Yeah, I'm not gonna force this poor guy to make a cake nobody's gonna eat. And sometimes you're just trying to live your life. You know, like the other day I'm at the mall, a friend of mine called me, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm at the mall." He's like, "What are you doing at the mall?" I was like, "I'm in line at Chick-fil-A." He was like, "Chick-fil-A? You know Chick-fil-A didn't support gay marriage." I was like, "Neither did your parents, but you still eat at their house." But you know, when it comes to gay marriage, when that started happening, all of my straight friends were calling me, congratulating me. Which was technically in order because I was engaged, but my straight friends didn't know is I was only engaged because I thought gay marriage would never happen. Then it started happening and I was like, I need a way out of this. Yeah, no offense, straight people, you haven't exactly made marriage look fun and easy. My parents have been married for over 45 years. Yeah, I haven't been around for all of it, but I've been around for a lot of it. think I saw the toughest parts of it. There were times when I wondered how one of them didn't kill the other. Yeah, and I love both of them, so I'd help whichever one hide the body. I just need to know which way we're going. If I get a pick, if I get a vote, I say we kill my mom. Yeah, it's not because I love her any less, it's just because she's lighter. I am, like I said, a little bit frustrated with my own community. When I say my community, I mean the LGBTQQIAA. Yeah, we're turning into an eye chart. New letters all the time. They don't run it by us. They don't have meetings. They just add new letters. And as a member of the community, you want to be welcoming, you want to be friendly, but sometimes you feel like, I don't know if you belong here. Because one of the A stands for asexuals. When it comes to the asexuals, I don't know that they wanted to be a part of the party. Could have just been hanging out one day, minding their own business, literally not fucking with anybody. All of a sudden they get a phone call, you're part of the crowd now. Build a float. Or asexuals are like, build a float, I gotta build a fucking float? But it's just me, sorry, we have a parade, you gotta have a float. So the lesbians and the gays have it together after all these years. Lesbians show up and build the float, the fags show up and decorate it. Lesbians show up with power tools, fags show up with purses full of glitter. Well, yeah, I really don't mind a lot of what's happening. I get it, you know. I like being here in particular in Vegas. I live here now, which I like being here. One thing I don't like, I like Fremont better than I like the Strip itself, you know. Yeah, I like it a lot better down here. The only thing I don't like about this area is there's a lot of homeless white people. Yeah, I don't give money to homeless white people. Sorry, don't get to be homeless and white on my shift. Besides, if you've messed up being white bad enough that you're homeless, you've got problems my dollar can't fix. Other group I'm not giving money to, homeless women. Sorry, ladies, not giving money to homeless women. If you're a woman, you have a vagina and you're homeless, you're fucking stupid. Thank you. My friend's mom used to say a wet pussy should never have an empty wallet. I don't believe in political correctness. I think we should be able to say things we feel even if they're not politically correct. Yes. Thank you. Things like black women, for the most part, have no business in telephone customer service. Your host said I travel all over the world. That would be true. Just not too long ago, I was in Asia. Just to clear it up, I am not Asian. Yeah. I know. It's fine. Everybody thinks I'm Asian. Yeah, I know everybody thinks I'm Asian because when I go to gay bars, the only people that try to talk to me are really old white men. I know it's because I remind them of a trip they took to the Philippines. Yeah, old white men love me, and I love paying my rent. You're not all bad. But yeah, I did 6 shows in China. I did 1 show in Mongolia. I became the first openly gay comedian to perform in Mongolia. Thank you. They were really nice to me. The U.S. ambassador to Mongolia showed up for my show, but like they took me sightseeing, and I don't know if any of you have been to Mongolia, but it's fucking desolate and cold, and right near Russia. Yeah, so when they took me out there, I was like, it's a trap. These motherfuckers are gonna kill me. But they were great. China was great, but you know, the thing that's weird to me is when you tell people that you went to China, they always ask the same question. It's the most basic question in the world. People always want to know what the food is like. Yeah, which I'm always like, a lot of Chinese. Now, what the fuck do you think the food's gonna be like? We're in fucking China. Somebody said, good. Have you been to China, miss?
Yeah, the food is terrible. Terrible.
Sir, you sound gayer than I am. Jesus Christ, who'd I call on? Paul Lynn? Oh, that's your wife. Well, she gets fucked from behind a lot. apologize, you guys. I really shouldn't talk to the audience. But yeah, no, so you guys have been to China.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing in China?
Chinese.
Fucking hate you.
We cruised the Three Gorges, which everybody should do, including them.
What was that?
The Three Gorges. We cruised the Three Gorges.
Not familiar. I do a different kind of cruising. I'm gay. But I'll hear about the Three Gorges. So what cities were you in?
What cities? China. Oh man, we went to Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, and Bangkok.
I feel like you're just making shit up.
No.
No, I know. The names are fucked up like that. Like I was in Dongguan.
Thailand. Wanted to see if you were from Asia.
Oh, you... well, I already said I'm not from Asia, asshole. You don't have to quiz me on shit I already admitted to not being. Alright, well. Fuck you too then, sir.
And we went to, and we cruised the Yangtze River, and we cruised all kinds of rivers, I don't remember the name.
See? Back to making shit up.
Shangri-La.
I'm fucking over this guy. Now he's just on Google. He's just pulling shit up. Where did I go? But yeah, then you and your wife can verify this. Ladies, if you have baby fever, do not go to China. Cutest babies in the world in China. Cutest babies in the world, especially when they're just off work. There is nothing cuter than a baby that wants to tell you about his day. You're just like, that sounds like it sucks, baby. But I dropped my iPhone. Do you think you could look at the screen? I mentioned not being Asian. I'm actually Mexican-American. That's what I am. Which I don't mind people mistaking me for Asian. The only thing I hate is when people argue with me about it. Yeah, not too long ago, I'm at breakfast with my mom. I mentioned something about us being a Mexican family. My mom looks at me and she's like, "You're Asian." I was like, "Mom, we're a Mexican family." She was like, "No, we are a Mexican family." You're Asian. So let's see how sassy this lady is when she's in a home. It's a joke, you guys. I'll never put my mother in a home. I love her. I'll keep her with me. I'm just hoping when she's really old, she has Alzheimer's, I'll convince her she's the maid. Did that joke not too long ago. A lady walks up to me afterwards. She was like, "That's not how Alzheimer's works." And I was like, "I know. I'll have to keep convincing her she's the maid. Just every day, like your name is Concha. You work for a very rich Asian man. Payday is tomorrow." But yeah, I was talking about China. I don't know if white people, I don't imagine you do this because you're fucking everywhere. But people of color, do we have people of color in the audience? Clap if you're a person of color. Did you just accuse somebody of being Mexican? You're Asian? We have the opposite problem. We were switched at birth. Oh, okay. Well, fuck you too now. This fucking audience. I just like how she accused you right away. Do you actually know her?
No, I get it all the time though.
Okay, because you guys didn't get to see it happen, but when I asked any people of color, she pointed at him and she was like, "You're Mexican!" I've seen enough of you to know. Your people work for me.
Can't go anywhere.
Alright, well, maybe she'll give you a couple dollars at the end. Alright, I'm gonna go back to what I'm supposed to be doing now. But yeah, well, other ethnic people can tell you that, like, one thing you do when you're ethnic and you go to another country is you always look for your own people. So the whole time I'm in China, I'm looking for other Mexicans. No Mexicans! No Mexicans the whole time I'm in China, which tells you guys one thing, the wall really does work. And I asked every single show. Every single show I would ask the audience, any Mexicans? No Mexicans. So we get to the final show, I'm like, any Mexicans? There's no Mexicans. I was like, who does your guys' dishes? Yeah, they looked really uncomfortable. But I don't know if they were really uncomfortable or if they were just like, who does do our dishes? Sometimes other Mexicans get mad at me for that joke because they say I'm perpetuating stereotypes about Mexicans. But to me, that stereotype isn't just a stereotype. That's true. There are certain jobs Mexicans have been known for doing. Jobs like dishwashing, housekeeping, landscaping. Those are jobs Mexicans have done for a long time. And to me, not only is that not insulting, it actually makes perfect sense to think about the history of this country. I mean, after we saw the black people get turned into slaves and Native Americans get put on reservations, the Mexicans were like, just look like you're cleaning. Maybe if we look busy, they won't mess with us. I mentioned the wall, because I mentioned the wall, I said sometimes people want me to talk about immigration, which I don't really talk about immigration because as a Mexican American I go back and forth. You know, like some days I'm really pro-Mexican and I feel like everybody should be able to stay, and some days I'm ready to call immigration just to free up a dryer at the laundromat. Yeah, if you're not laughing at that, you've never been to a laundromat. Which I wish I had your life. But yeah, everybody's offended about everything now, and you really do have to be careful, you know, because it's turned into a whole thing where it's just one person offended after another. The trans community, that's a part of my community that's always upset. And, you know, sometimes I have their backs because I've had trans friends my entire adult life, and sometimes I'm like, I'm not really down. You know, like, when there was the bathroom situation, like, I tried to help a few of the young trans people out, and I was like, look, if you're going to call yourself a woman, at least look like you've seen one at some point in your life. And if people ask, don't get mad at them. Maybe they're just trying to figure it out so they can show you some respect, because that happens sometimes. Sometimes even me, a person that's had trans friends my entire adult life, I came out when I was 17, I'm at least 21 now. All right. Which we're 21 a couple of times. You know what? Fuck you too, sir. Go sit with the other assholes back there. The gay man and his wife. And the Mexican that got shouted out. That's your side. But yeah, no, even me, a person that's had trans friends my entire adult life, I sometimes look at people and I'm like, I don't know what this person is doing. I know there's a transition happening. I don't know where we're starting. I don't know where we're headed. And I don't mind respecting it, but the problem is people get offended if you outright ask them. So I try to figure it out on my own. I'll look at all the traditional clues, like the hair, the nails, the way that they're dressed. I'll look at all the clues and I'll take the best guess I can take with zero hate in my heart. But if I accidentally guess the wrong thing, they get mad at me. They don't just politely correct me, they get mad, and that's when I'm like, oh no, bitch, you don't get to be mad at me. It is not my fault, you're a shitty fucking artist. We all can agree a butterfly is a beautiful thing. But if you were to open up the cocoon halfway through and throw it out onto the street, you might be like, that's a mess right there. Yeah, you might not know it's a butterfly. So what I'm getting at is trans people stay at home until you're pretty. It's a joke, you guys. Some of these bitches will never be pretty. I'm sorry, I have a friend named Khadijah. She looks like Bernie Mac in a wig. I don't think that's going to fix. It's time for me to get out of here. Here's the last thing I'll do before I do. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys. You guys have all been really fun. And I do mean that, and I would tell you if I felt otherwise. Yeah, I got a real shitty attitude sometimes. But yeah, like you know, and I've fucked up in front of audiences, so sometimes I know it's me, you know what I mean? Like, it happens less and less the longer I've been doing it, but like, in the beginning it was really hard for me because I would make entire audiences uncomfortable sometimes. And when I say entire audience, I perform for audiences as big as 1,300, 2,500 people. Yeah, all of them completely uncomfortable and silent. Every single one of them, and you know it's you. When that many people aren't laughing, it's like they couldn't have all had a bad day. But I figured it out though. It was just that I was completely unrelatable at that time. I figured it out because I realized I was even unrelatable to my own friends. Because all of my friends were straight and dating, I'm gay and I cruise. So our stories didn't always match up. Like one day my friend Chris called me, he was like, I'm taking that girl out on a date the other night, bro. And I was like, I sucked a dude's dick in a bush last night. Bro. Yeah, I notice sometimes when I do that joke, the straight guys in the audience get really uncomfortable. And I never understand that because it's not like I'm going to be hiding in a fucking bush after the show. I mean, nobody's going to walk outside of here. I'm over here. Thanks a lot, you guys. I'm Tyler Bear.
Guys, one more time for the amazing Tyler Bear, everybody. Yes. Oh my God. I remember the first time I met Ty, and even as a straight guy, I had to be like, yo, man, what do you do with your hair?
Right, that works here.
Right? I was like, I know 5 black girls that'll buy that off you right now. You guys ready for your next performer? Yes, put your hands together for the very beautiful and talented Miss Rose, everybody.
Come here, big boy. You've been a bad, bad boy. I'm gonna take my time, so enjoy. There's no need to feel no shame. Relax and sip upon my champagne. 'Cause I wanna give you a little taste of the sugar below my waist. You nasty boy. I'll give you some ooh la la. Voulez-vous coucher Just to feel that hot, sweet, sexy love. Just give me the hot, sweet, sexy love. Is that all you got? Come on now, don't play with me. Give me the hot, sweet, sexy love. Give me a little taste. What should I say? Oh my, can you taste it?
Guys, one more time for Miss Rose, everybody. Yes. Oh, never before have I wanted to save wildlife so bad. Jesus. Oh my God, man. I'm excited for tonight because my dad's in town, so we're gonna talk to my dad, right? And my dad is a very old school type of person. Like every time his phone service drops, he just blames the white man. He went on a rant about it. He was like, Vince, in America, the black man's either behind bars or without bars. And I was like, whoa, Dad, you have to understand, this has nothing to do with you being black. This has something to do with you using cricket. And that has something to do with you being black. So I don't... You guys ready for your headliner? This man has been performing for 20 plus years, one of the most talented people I know. Put your hands together. You've seen it on the Late Late Show. For Uber, Rossi, everybody. Come on, people, let me hear you. I want to hear you scream.
You are gorgeous. What's your name, sir? Carl. God bless you. You look good in pink. Simon? Okay. It's definitely not a little pig, a salmon. God bless your soul. You look beautiful. A little overweight, but beautiful. I like him that way. You remind me of an M&M with legs. Crunchy and sweet. Come here, I'm gonna lick you. Is this your husband, ma'am? Oh, this one. Oh, I'm sorry. Should have been that one. I see we got some lesbians here. So it's good to see lesbians in the house. Give it up for the lesbians. Love lesbians. I like what you like. A lot of munching right here. A lot of munching. It's like a buffet. Welcome back, sir. Did you go for a wee? Good. Did you wash your hands? Get out. Is your husband? Huh? Was I talking to you? But I promise you tonight I'm going to take you on a journey of acro crazy comedy. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? First, let me tell you, I won't be doing that drop to the split no more. At least not without an airbag. How did our great James Brown do it? How many of you remember James Brown? He's the only man I know that can drop into a split several times in one song, smashing his testicles, then he would get up with a smile and sing, "I feel good!" Another one is Michael Jackson, God bless his soul. The man would squeeze the hell out of his own testicles so he could hit the high notes. Remember this? Hee. No wonder he turned white. I squeeze mine, I turn blue. I become one of those little smurfs, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to kick it up with some action. This next trick has been in my family for 4 generations. My father called it, get it right. Or you'll crack your head open. Give it to me. Come on, people, let me hear you. You got a rhythm, girl. Come on, put your hands together. I want to hear you scream. Come on, keep it going. I can't hear you. We can fix it. Come here, sir. Do me a favor. Just grab the ears and yank. Go ahead. Grab the ears and yank. Grab the ears and yank. You're a sick man. What the hell were you thinking? Are you in the habit of pulling strange man's ears? I'm married. My wife is in the audience. John! No, I'm only joking, man. I'm not gay. I know you are, but I'm not. I see beautiful people. Beautiful ladies here. Lovely toes. A little hairy, but beautiful.
I'll shave you tomorrow.
You'll shave them tomorrow? No, they look like... They're good for Alaska, man. They think you Did you enjoy that standing on the basketball thing? Yeah. True story, a few years ago I had a severe injury executing that trick and they had to rush me to the hospital. And I get there and the doctor looks at me and goes, well, Mr. Rossi, what's wrong with you? So I told him, well, I fell down and I hurt my back. So he looks at me and goes, well, does it hurt when you do this? I said no. Well, what about when you do this? I said no. So he looks at me all frustrated. He goes, well, when does it hurt? So I told him, when I do this.
Oh my God.
He gave me a pill. It was good. It was bye-bye pain, hello happiness. It's my regular doctor, no. He's from Mexico, and but I believe the doctors have a sense of humor. Don't you agree? I just got my yearly physical, told me I'm pretty healthy. What do you think?
Yeah.
But I have to give up cigarettes, so he gave me these Nicorette patches. They're fantastic. You put one over each eye, can't fucking find your cigarettes. Over in the eyes, can't see it. I have to explain it. Do we have any doctors here? Yeah, let's talk about them. Now they gotta have a sense of humor. True story, I was on a cruise about 2 months ago. Anybody been on a cruise before?
No.
That's beautiful. What cruise line?
Norwegian.
Norwegian. Cheap one, okay. No, it's a good one too. I was on Princess. Yeah, I went to Mexico.
Mexico, right on.
Yeah, I went to Cozumel. Beautiful. Nude beach. I've seen you there before. But I went to this beautiful beach and I fell asleep on this beautiful beach for 4 hours. When I woke up, I was baked. So I went back to the ship and I went and saw the ship doctor. And he looked at me and goes, Zubair, you got 3rd-degree burns on your legs. So he gave me aloe vera and Viagra. I said, doctor, I understand the aloe vera, but what's the Viagra for? He said, that's to keep the sheets off your legs. It didn't work. It looked like a mushroom, a little mini tent. No, look at that.